Hello and welcome. This is Papa Zappa here with part 5 of Mercenaries 2 for the Xbox 360. Today we're going to be taking on the rest of the missions up until the UN is introduced along with China. We're also going to introduce ourselves to the pirates right now.
I've got intel on, get this, a group of pirates based in the islands north of Caracas. The Bolseros crew are a deranged band of vagabonds, smugglers, and anarchists. They'll attack any civilian shipping vessel that hasn't paid them off. The core of the gang is Jamaican, although they'll take anyone crazy and tough enough to keep up with them. Naturally, they're not friendly with the VZ military. They've got a lot of good equipment available on the black market, so get on their good side if you want access to the best toys.
Good to know. So in order to talk with them, we're going to need to bribe them, it would appear. Which we've got plenty of money to handle that. And along with handling these remaining story missions until the next big threat, until the UN and the Chinese arrive, we're also going to be destroying those 18 billboards we didn't take care of last time. So first things first, let's go ahead and take a small trip up to Universal Petroleum. We're going to go ahead and get a helicopter. Might as well use a rogue. It's been our good friend up until this point. I'd like to buy some new kit.
Here you go, boss.
First thing we're going to do after we buy a kit is going to get ourselves a jet pilot. As far as we're aware, his name's Misha. He's hanging out with the pirates.
Delivered, one pilot hoofing it back to the villa.
Alright, let's go.
That's Lake Maracaibo. It's a massive body of water that serves as a key conduit for the oil industry. Naturally, just about every faction in Venezuela can be spotted using this area for their operations.
Fiona says that, but
If you ever feel
I
like
don't know if I believe her. Like, where are the PLEV soldiers in this area? I don't see any. I mean, later on, I don't recall there being any Chinese in this area either. Alright, looks like we're just about at the outpost. Oh, okay. Looks like there's some enemies left over. I don't know if that's a bug or if that's intentional for there to be Venezuelans left over in a liberated outpost. If it's a bug, I kind of prefer the bug, to tell you the truth.
Welcome back. We can use the help.
Oh,
Well, you can
good.
afford me.
Looks like dialogue's back on these guys. It may have something to do with the fact that the longer the game runs, the less good it runs, but who knows? We'll see. Rogue transports. I love these things. These are great. Very cheap. Do not cost much oil to call in. The Rogue Assassin, we talked about before. We're definitely going to get that. UP Ground Attack. It couldn't hurt. Get a couple of those. And get ourselves out of here.
Take it easy.
Well, since we're coming into contact with the pirates, I might as well ask you all for today's question on our episode what your favorite pirate-themed media is, and if you like pirates in general. I'm not really the biggest fan of pirates. For a long time, I just didn't like them at all. But, I mean, they're kind of cool nowadays, now that I think about it. Before the King kind of had a cool pirate thing going on. The map where you take on the Kraken in particular had a lot of pirate stuff. And then Pirates of the Caribbean's okay. I do have a funny story in regards to that, where I actually went to Hollywood for Pirates of the Caribbean 2, but because I was so young, I wasn't quite prepared for the sea monster people. and I got too scared and I had to leave early. Which is not the last time that happened. A year later, when Revenge of the Sith came out, I also felt that way. About like 40 minutes into the movie, I got too scared. Which is kind of funny to me.
These islands are home to a gang of Jamaican thugs,
Alright.
modern pirates, really.
Let's go talk to our jet pilot. Well, our prospective jet pilot.
Always a good time.
Hey, hey,
What do you want?
I'm looking for a jet pilot.
Misha.
Misha's the jet pilot.
I am the jet pilot.
You're the... Who's Misha?
I am. The jet pilot is me. Misha is me. Jet pilot. I fly jets.
You can fly a jet.
Yes, I fly jets. I fly any jet you got. Fly all over the world. Any conditions. Don't matter. Got my own jet.
Right. Let's say you call me once you sober up.
I don't sober up.
You don't sober up?
Not if I can help it. You see my jet? You would not fly it sober.
How come you're stuck here? Why aren't you flying for Universal Petroleum or...
I used to fly for the Vesenzua...
The VZ.
When...
The VZ!
The VZ. I fly for them, but I make mistake.
Mistake.
Little mistake. I drop bomb in the wrong place. Big bomb.
Right, see you later.
No, come back. Was not my fault. Was lieutenant. Gives wrong coordinates. I drop bomb in the right place, but is wrong place. He tries to blame me. Guys with big hats come, but I show them wrong coordinates. Big hats get mad at lieutenant. He gets mad at me. Now I'm stuck here.
The lieutenant wants to kill you.
Oh yeah! Wants to kill me bad! But these Jamaicans are so crazy, no one messes with them. I'm safe here.
You'd be safe with me.
Ha!
All right, let's try this. I help you out, take care of your problem. We see if you can fly without screwing the pooch. Maybe it'll work out.
Pooch?
Where is this guy?
Lieutenant is in bunker.
You know where the bunker is?
I know where the bunker is.
Right, so you need a bunker buster.
I have no bunker
That's
buster.
where I come in.
You already came in.
I'm saying I'll get you a bunker buster.
Ha! You do that? And point the little laser thingy so I hit the target and we're in business.
You mean the designator?
Yeah, it's too hard to hit target without it.
All right, I help you bomb this VZ lieutenant back to the Stone Age and you'll be free to come work for me.
Yeah, simple, no?
That cutscene was amazing.
I mean, yes. I'm in. Figure seeing a man as smashed as you are try and fly a jet will be worth the price of admission.
What can I say except that was truly excellent? I have gained a new appreciation for Misha, especially that interaction between Mui and Misha. I don't recall what the, like how Nielsen or Jacobs deals with her, or with him rather. If it's half as good as that, I'd be very happy. Perhaps someone who has played the Nielsen path or the Jacobs path recently could fill me in on how that cutscene goes. I'd be welcome to hear it. Lots of oil rigs around. Makes a lot of sense considering the nature of this game being centered around oil production in Venezuela. These islands are pretty cool. We got enough of them laid out close enough together that it's... Oh! That was amazing! I gotta say, that was... Wow. Guy deserves a raise. That was amazing watching that. What can I say except the AI in this really... They really took air combat defense training school very seriously. Yeah, by all means, go ahead and do that.
Are you in? Did you
Alright, so if you recall me saying before you can pick up multiple resources at once, these bunker busters are close enough to each other you can just mark them all at once and it works just fine. So definitely do that. Oh, and try not to shoot the bunker busters. Definitely not gonna help. Oh, hello. Oh, I did not mean to do that, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Oh, they took my helicopter. That wasn't very nice. Whatever. It's fine, I'll just have to take it back. Not that big a deal. Whoever's in it isn't the very best aim, I'll say that much. Right, let's go ahead and call in Ewan. I'll try and deal with this Sam site before he gets clowned by it.
I'll send you in right out.
Looks like he's got at least 2 of them.
I'll need to disable that AA so Ewan can extract the munitions.
Alright, looks like the AA is down. Let's just get the other people nearby it so it doesn't end up being an issue. Does look like he failed to get the 3rd bunker buster though, so we'll have to call in the resource pickup one more time. I think it's marked already. Oh no, not quite. Yeah, the carbine's pretty good. You get through most enemies fast enough.
Nice find.
Does appear I went too far away going towards the Sam though for it to stick. Now, is my helicopter still around somewhere?
Must find a way to make bullet holes fashionable. You picked the wrong side.
Kind of cool how enemies can prone in this. I don't really recall that being a thing in Mercenaries 1.
Destroy the bunker.
And in Mercenaries 1, I'm pretty sure you couldn't crouch either, so it goes double there. Now this portion's pretty crazy up here. There's a lot of SAMs. It is technically possible to make it past them with a helicopter, but you kind of have to be on one. I'll show you guys what I mean. There's like 5 or 6 SAMs on this
Here you
island.
go, boss.
Doing okay there, Ewan? Oh boy. So, what you're witnessing right now is one of the bugs I was talking about, where Ewan either has a really hard time pathing to you, or sometimes the helicopter just disappears
Later, boss.
when he drops it off. That usually doesn't happen until after the UN and the Chinese are in the game. And I think it's more of a game bug than it is a issue with my disc. But it is extremely annoying regardless. Okay, so let's be really careful here. There's definitely going to be some Kung Fu treachery. They use an anti-air missile, anti-tank missile to go ahead and take these tanks out.
Point the laser designator at the bunker. Hold it until you get a lock, and then leave the rest to Misha. When you can, use the designator. and
Just
use
keep
the
flying
rest to
forward.
stop the bunker buster.
We're gonna go ahead and just park the heli like right up here. No issues. Oh, before we do that, you might as well destroy the oil next to these RPG buildings just to make your life a little easier. Nice, we managed to dodge that. I'm not quite sure what hit us the second time, but yeah, it's fine with me. Oh, yeah, let's deal with some of these enemies around us before we get too worried about calling in the bunker buster.
Send more troops.
Yeah, that method I just used is pretty effective because otherwise it's a little difficult getting here with all of the enemies in the way. Let's go ahead and call in that bunker buster. Pretty expensive at 300 oil, So keep that in mind for sure. You're going to have to hold the laser designator on the target.
I have target in sight. Bombs away.
And as you can see, Misha does a pretty good job of delivering the ordnance. Let's try and move out of danger.
Contract complete. Now I want to meet this jet pilot.
Alright, excellent. Looks like we did it.
Found a jet pilot. A pilot? He looks like cargo. He passed out after he landed.
That's convenient.
Hey, I know this guy. He flies jets.
I fly jets. Misha's famous. I fly any jet you got.
That's true. This man's insane.
He's drunk.
He's always drunk. I need drink.
He can barely stand.
Don't need to stand to fly jet.
We can fly anything we can buy or steal. That's important. And I need a jet pilot to deliver ordnance.
All right, I trust you. Where did you find these guys?
Oh, they're cute. You worry too much. Plus, they're cheap.
Lol. I mean, Mui has a point. They're technically free. Like, we never actually pay them anything in this game. Alright, now that that's taken care of, let's go ahead and do the next mission for the PLAV, so we can learn the time of the meeting with Blanco. Now you might be wondering, if you were here for part 2, didn't Acosta tell us that we're gonna learn that information for doing the last mission in Guanari? Well, I mean, for one, good job paying attention, but another, you'll find out real soon. She didn't mean what she said. She meant after you do another mission for us, rather. So yeah, just keep that in mind. We're gonna go ahead and grab this oil here just because we're really
This
low.
road runs all the way around the lake. West takes you to Maracaibo, east gets you to Caracas.
Ooh. I kind of remembered it being neutral for some reason. What do you think about this? There should be some oil up here on the road.
It looks better with dents.
You're about to enter the city of Merida, currently occupied by the Venezuelan army. They're using this city as a base for their operations in southern Venezuela, so you're likely to encounter a lot of resistance.
There should be some oil right up here, if I recall. Yep. Alright, awesome. And it's owned by the Venezuelans, so no one's going to get mad at me for stealing it.
Ewan, how'd you like to make a quick buck?
And while we're at it, we'll also call in this
Got
cash just to take it.
Nice find.
Nice junker. Go ahead and take
Don't
that.
complain. This happens to me all the time.
Kind of interesting how, despite moving, that soccer ball and that bottle never moved. It's one of those moments where realism is relevant, but not absolutely necessary. Like, it does make it look a little goofy. Might as well take this as well.
That'll come in handy.
Now that is owned by the pirates, but as you can see, there are no pirates around. I think it has to mostly do with the fact that while we've been introduced to the pirates, we didn't actually start their mission chains yet. So they're only in their
Obviously, you
island
don't
chain
need
area
this.
for the moment. Either that or it's because that area is tied to a mission that doesn't happen until you have their last outpost. Well, BLAB. Okay, there's a lot of billboards right here. I mean, there's no sense in not taking care of it while we're on the way. So, let's see here. Let's try out one of these Castro 5 attack helicopters. They're really slow and they're not maneuverable, but that doesn't matter if you're only shooting at static billboards who don't shoot back.
Here you go, boss.
Now, you probably recall these being Venezuelan before, but because of our mission we did for Acosta, I'm pretty sure the city of Merida is almost entirely run by the PLAV, if not entirely. So they're starting to get some presence. Alright, let's use some of these rockets. Thankfully, we only need one at a time to actually pull it off.
One more billboard destroyed.
And there's not too many billboards we have to actually physically destroy.
One billboard down. That's one billboard down.
Now, I'm not really complaining, but I feel like maybe it would be a little wiser for this communist government to, instead of destroying the billboards, putting up their own messages on them. Just a thought. I mean, maybe they hate advertising as much as I do. I really, any chance I get to avoid ads, I take it. I'm not a fan of advertisements. Very rarely have I been like, oh man, that was a cool ad. Like, let me think. The Battlefield 1 trailer was pretty legendary. I don't mind seeing that ad. There was once an ad I got that was remarkable. It was just like 5 minutes of Frank Zappa playing live music with nothing sold attached to it, just the music. And yeah, if ads were like that, I'd probably watch them almost every time. I'm sure you all know what I mean by like, oh, it's time for another car insurance ad, or time to get your chip ad, or your fridge dog food ad, if any of y'all watch the Super Bowl. I believe that's the end of the billboard menace. Yep. Alright, excellent. Let's go ahead and go to the PLAV. Now, the Huey isn't the slowest attack helicopter ever, so at least there's that.
You won't find much on the main roads around here, but all you have to do is travel off the beaten path, and you'll find all kinds of hidden VZ and guerrilla.
I do find it curious why this is called the Castro 5 when it's only mounted with the minigun and rockets. I guess you do have the door gunner miniguns, but that requires you to actually care enough to have someone in the door gun. Oh, sorry about that. Mean to interrupt your listening experience.
Jennifer, my soldiers are happy you work with us. It gives them confidence in our struggle.
First, call me Mui. Second, I'm only interested in your struggle if it means a payday for me, and because you have information about Blanco.
I have one more contract for you. I considered asking you to do more, but in truth, after this, the only thing I want is Carmona, Blanco, and Solano out of here. General Carmona stationed many troops on Isla de la Fortaleza.
Fortress Island.
I
Great
want
name.
it leveled, brought to the ground, Carmona's troops dead, and the fortress razed, so Carmona's troops can never use it again.
I love my job.
That's
it.
all. And for this, I will pay you and tell you the location of Blanco's meeting. Will you accept the contract?
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that cutscene did not go quite as intended.
Sure, why not?
Especially considering Mui was talking over Acosta a couple times there.
Is she serious with all that Marxism stuff?
She's been living in the jungle, eating bugs and tree bark for 10 years, so yeah, I think she's serious.
A little snippy there.
Ireland is in the northern part of Venezuela. Remember, you can have Ewan take you over there.
Now, there is a best strategy for dealing with this particular mission. I highly recommend it if you find the mission to be too difficult. Get a Venezuelan helicopter, so either by working with the pirates or by stealing one. And you can use the disguise and just clown the VZ pretty thoroughly. Otherwise, you're going to have to deal with a whole bunch of RPGs, a whole bunch of recoilless rifles, a couple tanks, I think a helicopter or two, a bunch of garrison soldiers. Really the whole 9 yards. It is a fortress, so they aren't kidding about that. Now, I know that this oil rig is VZ controlled. Maybe there's an Anaconda flying around it. I previously mentioned the Anaconda's the Mi-24. Pretty powerful helicopter. It doesn't appear as though we're that lucky, though, unfortunately. Yeah, that one. So in contrast, this has 38 rockets, 1,200 rounds of MG. That's reasonable, whatever. That's, you know, you win some, you lose some. The Anaconda, 80 rockets. And it either has 4 AA missiles or 8 AT missiles, and then it also has a minigun with like 4,000 rounds or something. It's an amazing helicopter. Technically, at this point in the game, I believe we can acquire it, but I'm choosing to do the pirate missions after the UN and the Chinese get introduced, solely because I want the rest of the map opened up. That way, I can actually access all of their bounties and their side missions. So if you're curious what Part 6 of this series is going to look like, expect a lot of pirate content. Speaking of... Oh yeah, never mind. I thought those blue marks were indicating that we had some pirate side quests, but that won't appear until we do a couple of their missions. At least one, maybe two. The pirates are unique in that they won't let you in unless you make a point to do some like time trial events for them, and they love the time trial events. So if you were a fan of those, get ready for some more, is all I'm saying. Now let's go ahead and take out these jammers, because otherwise we're not going to be allowed to call in anything. Oh, enemy helicopter? Oh, that was, wow, you know what? That guy on artillery, good job. Alright, check it out. We're going to use our strategy of mid-air. Let's go! Mid-air grappling. Thankfully, the Alouette, or as it's known in game as the Kestrel, is pretty easy to steal. Although the ordnance is laughable, to say the least. So here's the strategy. We're going to wait till we have the VZ mark, which we do now. We're going to use our winch, our handy-dandy winch. Grab this ordnance that just so happens to be bing chillin' right here. Nice checkpoint, good to hear. We're going to go ahead and just drop that right in the middle right here. Oh, never mind. There's already one down here. Even better. We'll grab that too. Now, be careful if your rotors hit. Sometimes it'll destroy your helicopter. Looks like the bridge is already destroyed, probably from those mines detonating below it. Alright, so now, you might be familiar with this minigun we got here. Well, minigun plus ordnance equals... destroyed building. Looks like we're going to have to hit the bottom of that as well. Oh, Sam. When you hear that sign, that is the magic audio telling you to move, so you don't get clowned. Thankfully, you actually hear the locking on, although I think that might be your missile detection system more so than it is. There we go. Well, it didn't quite take it out, but it certainly did some damage to it. So let's go ahead and get some more ordnance. Not that there isn't plenty around, by the way. Oh, hey, a SAM site. I think it's possible to pick these up. We'll see right now. Oh, that's a no. Oh well. But I'll tell you what I can do. Let's just real quick like... Oh, that didn't work. Okay, there we go. That did work. Alright, that's taken care of. Let's go ahead and steal some oil. Also, let's get our disguise back too. Now, I believe we get more money if we destroy these secondary objectives, but I don't particularly care. So, like, money isn't really something I'm worried about. If you want to, go ahead and destroy them in your playthrough. I guess it's fun. Well, no, it is. It's just I kind of like this cut and dry, use the oil to destroy these buildings kind of thing we got going on here. Alright, and there's that building taken care of. Thankfully, the rockets seem to be a bit slower than the gun counterparts. Or the projectile, I guess. No. I think gun still makes more sense there. Just go ahead and drop this into the castle. And this should take it out. Oh, no, oh, don't fall. That's rude. Oh, well, I mean, no. Don't... If it's ignited like that, don't touch it. That's my best advice. I'll say that much. I do have a plan, though, for taking this down. And my plan is called the artillery strike. Just go ahead and... Really? The jammer works from that far away? That's crazy. Okay, well, I mean, we have an anti-tank missile, so we might as well use it. Whoever thought one anti-tank missile was good enough is kind of crazy if you ask me, but, you know. Can't get too picky. It wasn't our helicopter to begin with. It is now. Okay, now we can call in that artillery strike. Now here's hoping we can get out in time before we start getting bombed. Oh boy. That is one of the issues of Mercenaries 2, is a lot of the ordnance you have to be danger close to even call in. Did that really not destroy it? That's pretty remarkable. Alright, well. You know what's better than one artillery strike? Two. Oh, never mind. Looks like we had it.
That was nice. Are there any other castles around here?
Alas, no. I'm sure we can find something else exciting and lucrative to destroy. Contact complete.
Hopefully... Okay, I was worried that maybe the mission complete sign would interrupt the QTE and throw us on the ground for some reason, but it looks like it went fine. Alright, excellent. Now that we've done that, the next contract is available to go hunt Blanco. We're going to have to get it from ourselves at the PMC. Well, Fiona, I guess, technically. And I hinted at it previously, but that oil rig that we just went by, that's where he's at. There is lots of soldiers in there, lots of surface-to-air missiles. If you want to extract him, it's gonna be a little difficult. Oh, also, for what it's worth, Blanco has a unique weapon that is dropped nowhere else in the game. For those of you who watched part 1, you might recall the revolver he was using. If you kill him, you can take it. I don't recall it being very good, but it is an option. It's kind of a nice attention to detail, I suppose. Really unfortunate you can't get the Luger also shown in that cutscene by General Carmona.
If you're ever feeling a little bit lost,
Had a bit of a longer barrel too, so it might have been an artillery Luger variant. The difference between... Okay, so like, artillery Luger doesn't mean that it lobs shells. It just means that artillery operators, people who like are on the cannon, are equipped with this carbine version of the pistol rather than a full rifle because the weight's less. So like the Luger was done up to have a longer barrel, a stock, and a 36 round drum magazine. For those of you familiar with the MP18, one of the very first submachine guns ever made. It uses that same magazine.
Mercenary inbound.
Alright, let's go inside.
Remember Yosef in North Korea?
That was a Mercenaries 1 reference.
It's simple. In, boom, and out.
As the bishop said to the nun.
Oh god, I'm glad Ewan's not here. This is the rig. Blanco's meeting the VZ brass somewhere on it. I'll know more once you get closer. The PLAV are paying us to blow it up. Part of our deal to find Blanco's whereabouts. C4 on the support pylons is one way to bring it down, but you're free to, you know,
Improvise.
why should today be any different? Get Blanco, find out where Solano is, blow the rig.
I can't wait to see the look on Blanco's face.
Remember, the PLAV are offering a bounty on Blanco's head. Double the bounty if you bring him in alive, in case you know, want the money instead of revenge.
I'm concerned our stockpile is...
Got it. Tough choice, for once.
It seems to me this game is all about revenge, so for tonal consistency, I'm going to go ahead and kill Blanco this time. Which means that we're just going to go balls to the wall and just bum rush this oil rig. Treat it with no respect
I've located the rig.
whatsoever.
You can't miss it.
Must look huge on the satellite view.
Actually, I'm just looking out the window. It's right there.
I knew that.
Alright, so let's go ahead and use that rogue assassin that we saw a little of in part 4. Oh, and by the way, I am really sorry about the dialogue being cut in, well, not the dialogue, but the commentary not working until 55 minutes in the video for part 4. I had accidentally muted my mic, and apparently it messes with OBS, so in the future that should not happen again, because I will not be muting my mic under
Don't
any
worry about me, boss.
circumstances.
I'll catch a ride back.
Alright, let's go. So there's a bunch of boats protecting it down below. There's a bunch of SAM sites.
I can't believe Blanco's
We can't just
meeting him.
destroy the oil rig.
He's
We're
either
going to have to go
stupid or he
into
has
the
a lot of
meeting.
firepower with him.
Oh yeah, see what I mean?
Well, he's certainly stupid, but I'm seeing heavy reinforcements on the rig, so he also has a lot of firepower.
And let's get out now.
Parachute would be favorite right now.
Alright, so if we die, don't be surprised. I did kind of just run onto it. We're in sort of a safe spot, though. So, oh, never mind. Not that safe. Okay. Let's move. Now, be careful blowing up too much of the oil rig. This is one of the most destructible environments in the game. You can destroy a whole bunch of different stuff. For instance, the stairs that lead up to the second floor. So, yeah, be careful doing that. You can definitely screw yourself if you're not careful. We're actually going to have to engage with the ladder system in this game. Now, it's not the slowest climbing ladder of all time, definitely. The game I can think of with a really good ladder climbing speed is like Battlefield 3 and 4, Bad Company 2. They don't mess around on that so much. Payday is not the greatest ladders. Halo has pretty bad ones.
We'll have everything operational before the government. Move. You're still here.
I told you I always get paid. Where's Solano?
Are you kidding? You know I'll never tell.
Where's Solano?
A bunker in the mountains, south of Kumana.
Useless bunch of...
Nice Ludo gameplay experience there, where
I'm fine. Just keep your eye on Blanco.
hi Blanco.
Give it up!
Must find a way to make bullet holes fashionable.
And then here's that hunting pistol I was talking about. Take that picture.
Spit in his face for me. Now that you've taken care of him, blow the ring.
Let's see how good this pistol is.
Contract
It's been a long
complete.
time since I used it. Ooh, nice. Ooh, never mind. This is better than I remember. Dang! Alright. We like revolvers now. Okay. Oh, it even got that custom reload sound. Oh, that was spicy. Good old spicy meatball. Alright, let's see. Did I destroy the...
Enemy sighted!
like the off-branch area? Not really. Or like... what I'm talking about is kind of the crane on the side, and it kind of looks like I destroyed that. So, unfortunately, my favorite way of dealing with this is going to be impossible, but it shouldn't be a problem because I found a minor crane over here. Let's see what ordnance we've got. Oh, would you look at that? A daisy cutter. I hear these are pretty good. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and drop that right in the middle there. Thanks, PLAV, for giving me those. Oh, no! Ah, darn. Oh well. Not a big deal. It'll be just as fine watching from down here. Now, you might have caught a glimpse of it. The, oh, don't tell me that I actually didn't destroy the... well, not quite what I anticipated. It's okay. That's why we have a boat. Let's go ahead and call in this, this inflatable. Thankfully, you can just use a flare. And,
Here you go,
yeah,
Bob.
you don't have to be standing on solid ground for once, or a flat place. You just have to be in the water to get a boat. So at least it's user-friendly in that regard. Most inflatables are pretty much the same. You get this like rubber dinghy kind of thing with a machine gun on the front. Alright, let's try that again, but this time with the bunker buster, I guess?
Laser-guided airstrike incoming on your target.
Alright, come on, Misha, you got this. There we go. Watch the fireworks. Happy July, everyone. Definitely gonna need to be a little careful of the old gunboat over here.
Awesome! I mean, literally awesome! I got that on videotape. I'm going to put this on our website. Contract complete.
Well,
Senator, what does this mean for Venezuela? Our worst fears are being realized. The government has collapsed, and a noted terrorist...
They're going to invade. A full-scale invasion? That could be a problem.
Don't worry. My negotiations with the North Koreans are going down. I'll be able to take care of any superpowers that come hunt abroad. The Mercenaries, the only X factor now. Can I come?
It will be my pleasure.
How's life in war-torn
alright, so we've taken care of that. We've learned about Solano's location, so it's time to hunt down Solano.
Alright, let's get Solano. This is Solano's base. It's heavily guarded. You'll need to fight your way there. Get close enough to call in the bunker buster. Once you get close enough, designate this target and stand back. That'll get you into the base. Then, Solano.
All right, I have to count on that bunker buster. Don't let Misha drink any... Actually, let Misha have whatever he wants. I think it helps him fly.
Yes. You ready?
I just love how ever-present that oil counter is. They're not happy with me only having 10 oil.
Absolutely. The massage therapists here are dreadful.
Solano, huh? About time. Hop on. I'll give you a lift.
Thankfully, Ewan here is going to give us a free ride over to Solano.
I found Solano's bunker. It's impossible to miss if you know what you're looking for. It's heavily guarded. You'll have a hell of a fight getting close enough to use the designator.
Man, this revolver is so good. Now, we are going to lose it if we ever die, so we got to be really careful not to do... Oh. To use that. Oh, well, it's not that difficult to get another one. Okay, the range isn't perfect, but when you're at like medium range, yeah, you can just punk them like that. Nice try, buddy. I know that trick. It is a little funny chasing after a car in motion. Also, nice job, civvies, just standing in traffic. Or sitting in traffic, rather. Alright, so for this part, it's pretty well known that you can... I mean, I think they even want you to do it, because they put that iguana there without an MG, just sitting in the middle. You can just take a Jeep with the VZ symbol and just drive past all the enemies. It's amazing. Like, there's all these tanks in our way. There's these SAM sites. It's a pretty tough fight if you actually engage with it. But, there's this nice little disguise system we got. Now, if I recall correctly, Mercenaries 1's disguise system worked a little differently. They had these things called officers. So if an officer saw you, pretty much you were guaranteed to lose your disguise. But in this game, that largely doesn't exist. I think maybe the HVTs count in that way. Watch out here a little bit. If you kill any VZ soldiers, you're going to lose your disguise. And if you go too slow, you're going to lose it as well. So, gotta be a little... crazy driving through there. Looks like we made it through just fine though. Oh, we're pretty close to losing our... Yep, there it goes. But it's alright, as soon as we get around the corner we can pretty much get it back. Yep, see? Even though they're shooting at us, which I think is hilarious.
Just wanted you to know I'm about to kill you.
Oh man, we're VZ. All of a sudden, it's A-okay that we're right here. Good thing, too, because that guy looked like he was ready to fire a anti-tank rocket at us, and that would assuredly destroy our vehicle. Not that we necessarily need the Iguana MG. We don't. It doesn't really help us whatsoever. Now, before you can... You'd think, oh man, we made it up here. We can just get out and go take care of this. No. You're going to have to kill the SAMs on the left and right of the objective first. So we're just going to go ahead and throw some grenades. It's classic. And this revolver is just the best. It looks like it could be a 500 Smith & Wesson, based off the fact that there's only 5 rounds. Oh, hold on. Helicopter. Bad call, brother. Oh, we shot the pilot out. Oh! Huh. Cool. Alright. Let's go deal with the next one. Now, if that bunker buster, I believe it's free, but if it isn't, we're going to be pretty embarrassed and have to do a little backtracking to find some oil.
Well, because I believe Solano is right.
Don't get to hear the VZ soldiers talking that off. Don't mind me. Just gotta get away from that grenade. That didn't kill him? Wow. How about this one?
Where is it?
That got him. Alright. Oh, thank goodness. Free bunker buster. Jump over the fence there. Now, you do have to be a little careful where you aim it, because if you, like, you would think you can aim it anywhere, but it's pretty easy for it to, like, get bugged and not work. Especially later on. Because a bunker buster isn't enough.
You did it! Hold on. I can't believe it. The bunker is still intact.
It's still in one piece. It's hardened against regular bunker busters. We need a nuke. A nuclear bunker buster.
Well, that's certainly ramping up things. The first game we were trying to stop people from nuking, and this one we're trying to nuke people. Definitely a tonal shift.
Fiona, report!
We're under attack. Carmona's troops are moving in.
Okay,
Fiona, I'm on my way.
so we are on a timer, but thankfully, like Fiona's telling us right now, there is an Anaconda heading our way. We're going to have to hijack that if we want to have any success. Now, this thing will mess you up. Yeah, we went from 100 HP to 28 in about 1 second. Hide behind some cover, wait for it to get low and close enough to you that you can grapple it. And don't be afraid to fail on the grapple and hijack attempt a couple times. It's a 4-button prompt QTE. And we got it. Awesome. Alright, so it's really important that we get our shield up for, shield, our disguise, rather. A disguise is a little like a shield, but not really, not at all. Because we're just going to fly straight there. Now, as you can see, we have... Oh, my bad. I earlier claimed that it was 4 AA missiles. Actually, make that 8 AA missiles. 80 rockets, 2,000 rounds of a minigun. This is not messing around, this vehicle. It's also very fast. Maneuverable. I mean, it's not quite as maneuverable as a Rogue, sure. But it's definitely nowhere near the Castro. So... for this part of the game, it is definitely the best helicopter. Oh yeah, try to avoid being in the out-of-bounds area, because if you go in there too long, I think it automatically fails you. So try and dodge that. But after this mission, I am pretty sure that the entire map will be opened up to us, so look forward to that. Oh, and in case you're wondering what's happening right now, it's pretty simple. General Carmona is attacking the PMC while we were away trying to get to Solano. I think it was intentional, especially considering we just saw a cutscene like saying Carmona would deal with this, so just something to keep in mind, I guess.
Quit messing around and get back here.
Now, Fiona... she's definitely a little annoying. One YouTuber who's also done some videos on Mercenaries 2, Screenslayer, really doesn't like her. I'm not quite there, but I get where he's coming from. She repeats herself and complains at you, so it's definitely not the greatest. And like we're going like as fast as you can go to the PMC. Like it's not like there's a jet that we can get in, or a transit that'll just take us there quicker. And if we were in a car, it'd be even slower. Now they do give you a pretty generous amount of time with 10 minutes in total. So you probably could make it in a car, but there'd be so many enemies along the way, as you can see with all these helicopters, that I highly recommend taking this strategy to get there. Now, any SAM, we're going to destroy that first. So just that is a fact. Now these SAMs look like they're based off of Tunguskas pretty much, so For any of you who played War Thunder and are familiar with the Tunguska platform, they're incredibly powerful anti-air platforms with 30mm chain guns, missile systems. It's the whole 9 yards, really. We're going to try and use these AA missiles to destroy the tanks, but they don't lock on, as you can tell, so it's a little harder. There's one. Alright, and then we'll get out of the heli. Alright, that's taken care of. We need to make sure they don't destroy the mansion. Now, one strategy I like to do when facing these Jaguar tanks, Jaguar heavy tanks, I believe is what these ones are called, is just hijack one of them and then destroy the rest with it, and drive the last one into like the water or something if you don't want to blow it up with ordnance. Still the same QTE as the regular Jaguar. Pretty simple. Hello. Alright, enemy tank down. Let's go ahead and take care of this helicopter. Let's see if I can get anywhere near as accurate as the AI is against me. Honestly, if he destroys it, that would be my objective. That's my objective. Hey, we hit him. Didn't destroy him, though. There we go, second one point. Alright, let's go ahead and just drop a C4 on this.
Steal it or nuke it.
It's Carmona! He slipped inside! You've got to...
Let's go deal with Carmona.
Too late, mercenary. Fiona, stay back! Oh no! Jennifer, are you okay?
She's fine. Just don't hit her again. This will only take a minute.
What did I miss?
You and Misha there. Pretty good comedy, I believe. Now, Carmona is part of the reason we're here. Normally, I would want to turn him in, but I think it'd be more fun just to kill him, so we'll do that. Now, don't let him drive too far away, because he will get in a helicopter eventually, so that's going to make it a lot harder to chase him down. Now, be careful. Along this whole path, there's going to be tanks waiting for you. But... Venezuelan disguise, just like before, is going to work wonders on this section of the level. Now, if I had some sense, I probably would have just tried to shoot him right out the gate. But you know, a car chase isn't bad. I believe it's the only time in the game one actually happens. So this Anaconda is where he's going to, so we're just going to ambush him. Oh, that was a pretty sick jump. I'm not even gonna lie. Alright. Just wait for him to come on up here. No one's gonna be taking that. Wow, really? It did that little damage? It's kinda crazy. You see what I mean by the Anaconda being good? It was so sturdy it took a C4 and 7 grenades, and it's not even destroyed yet. It was just on fire. Now it's destroyed. He's just walking up here. Hey, pal. How's it going? Having a good one?
One of us will get you, mercenary.
Tell Solano I'm coming for him.
And that's Carmona down. Awesome.
Along with 12 other countries, the U.S. government formed an allied coalition of nations dedicated to removing President Solano and General Carmona.
Is deliberate embodied. It was a mistake to go to the
by deploying its own troops, carriers, and transports stationed off the coast. Frankly, I'm relieved that someone is willing to stand up to the U.S. aggression.
Of course China's opposed to us doing anything there. They want Venezuela's oil.
GSR and analysts agree that this situation cannot hold.
Wars start this way.
President Solano, meanwhile, has gone into hiding,
Solano's yesterday.
issuing orders and running the government from secret locations. Both China and the Allies have issued bounties for him, dead or alive.
I really love the tone of that cutscene. You really get a good grasp of the geopolitical situation in this game, with China and the US being at odds with one another over resources. Now, that being said, that does bring us to the end of part 5. I'm glad you joined us. And in the next episode, we're going to be hammering out the pirate content. Now, it's certainly going to be something. I hope you join me then. Until then, Auf Wiedersehen.